hasn't been a lot of videos on this that I've found, and the ones that I found are pretty dark. Maybe this video will be dark. On how to replace the axle seal on a Kubota. This is an L3710 tractor, four-wheel drive. Most of, basically all these axles on the four-wheel drive tractors are pretty much the same. On the front axle, what I had going is, it's a little hard to see because the dust got it, but I could see oil leaking from out here. It was not leaking from up here. It was leaking from up at the axle, then coming down. A lot of folks have this leak and this leak. Mine are not leaking. I just need to do the seal where the hub, axle hub goes in, and then yeah, this little drop gear case, I'll put a new seal in that too. So there, I'm pushing in and out. You can see that's why my seal's leaking. My bearings, or one of the two bearings that are in there, have gone bad, and I've got play. Here are the parts. These are Kubota parts. It's one bearing, it's the other bearing, the seal, the axle seal, and then this is the seal for the gear case. So we'll put all those in. I'll try and go fast and cut this together quickly so we aren't wasting your time. Buzz the tire off, and maybe take the case off, and we'll see what that looks like. I've got it just on a jack stand here. Lift it up. I did not drain the oil out of the axle. We'll see if I regret that and it makes a big mess or not. So you can kind of see the oil path. It's all dirty and dusty, but you can kind of see with the oil path. It was leaking out of here and coming down and getting this all wet. So I did go ahead and drain this side. There wasn't that much oil in it, so that's your drain bolt. So it came apart. Just took those bolts out. I just used a rubber mallet. I think other people are more forceful, but I just banged the rubber mallet on the hub as it went that way. A little bit of tapping on this edge overhangs a little bit, so I was kind of tapping those to break the seal, and then just banging with the mallet equally till it came off. Okay, quick try. I already popped it off, but I just took 2 screwdrivers on each side, pried, and then this popped right up off of the shaft. One thing I did notice, I don't know if it's important, but you can see it's labeled NTN, Japan. The bearing number was all on the outside before I took it apart. So you can see there, we got it off. So I will put the other bearing back on the same way. Don't know if it matters, but always something good to keep track of. Then, as they say, there's your problem. That bearing is torched. Wow. You can see there's some shavings in here. There's the bearing cage. Yeah, the bearing is torched. Yeah, the cage is falling apart. I don't know if any bearings have actually fallen out. I don't see them in it. So I hope we're good there. I think mostly it's just the cage, but boy howdy, the way that's designed, that would just chew them up, chew up whatever's in there. But looking at my ring gear, looks good. So that's it, guys. It didn't have that much play, and probably a lot of folks would say, oh, I'll just keep going, I'll keep going, but I've heard stories of people where these bearings completely let go, and then their hub is all cocked sideways, and they've got real problems, like stuck in the field problems. So we'll keep taking it apart. So we got right here what holds that in. There's just 2 little C clips. They're not even a clip, just little C spacers. You can see this is the housing that holds them in there. So you put it on and that'll hold those from coming out. But once we pull that out, same thing. I'm gonna make sure I set these so that I know the direction. I don't know if they're directional. They might be directional. So I'm gonna put them the way I would assemble them over here. here. Put them back in that same way. And then I think now this hub will slide out, but I'm gonna need more hands. So I'll be back. All right, let's see, I think we can. Oh yeah, there she's gonna go. That's that. But this is like any other seal that I'm used to. I should be able to, ow, pry it out, which I did with this screwdriver. And then, boy, that bearing is wrecked. And then I'll get something to try to pound that bearing down through. Hopefully it's not so bad that the inner race doesn't just pop out, but we'll see. So, taps, not in there that tight, not a real press fit, just tapped with a dead blow. Fell right in. So we're gonna be putting her back together next. First things first, replace this O-ring because that'll be something that I could easily forget. I don't know if it was bad, but might as well. It was like 12 bucks, something like that, which is cheap for Kubota standards, but obviously, as we all know, ridiculous. So I've done that. Then we'll figure out the bearings. So this is the bearing that goes in the outer part of the outer housing. This is the part number for that bearing. This is the one that I hammered out. Really just taps in. It's definitely no press fit. Seal, it's a 2-piece seal. This is the part that goes on the hub. That's the part that goes in the case. The part that goes on the hub is ridiculous to get off. I don't know what I'm missing, but it's all pressed on there and there's like a rubber seal. And so the way I ended up getting it off is you can drill into the rubber and you don't hit the hub. So there's just rubber here. You can see you'll drill, it's black. You get through the steel into the rubber, and then I just did it four spots all the way around, and then I ended up actually using my needle nose, and that's what I'm prying it up with. And I should be able to get it all the way off now, but if anybody knows a better way, comment, because this is the way I figured it out. Hopefully I can get the other seal on. I got it. So you can see it's rubber. So maybe, I don't think I boogered up the shaft at all. Have to clean that out, but hopefully the other one goes in with the sandpaper or something. But my goodness, you can see the holes that I drilled in. I just pried it up. That was the hardest part, and I haven't seen anybody say anything about that. So if you got this seal, good luck. All right, to drive that new piece of the seal back on, I greased it up. I have this ball joint removal kit, but it's got all kinds of tubes and pipes and things in it. I was able to put that on top of there and drive it on. And I just drove it on to where it was flush here. That was the way they had it. All right, and then the other part of the seal is right here. And I've got, again, it's just another one of that ball joint tool things. And I'm gonna just tap it in flush, like so. So yeah, we got the seals, both parts of the seal in there. And then the next step was we're gonna put our hub back through here. That shouldn't, oh. Yeah, so what you didn't see is I went to push this in, the hub went in, but then the bearing that I'd put in there pushed out. Okay, so that ball joint puller kit is coming in clutch here. Before we had these guys. They will go in like that. And kept those the same direction. And then we've got our gear. I'm gonna clean it off really quick, but our gear will go on next, and then our other new bearing in the package. So got that all, I put our clips in, then the gear. I'm gonna clean the gear up. Okay, slid the gear on the splines after I cleaned it up. And then we've got our new bearing. But yeah, basically, throw a little grease on there and tap that bearing on. Then we'll be ready to install it. All right, so yeah, tap that on. I tell you what though, these newer bearings definitely tap on harder than the old bearings came off. So this seems to be a little bit tighter clearance. But yep, next then I'll just install it back in the tractor, and I will torque those bolts. Let me find the torque. So the internet said 20 foot-pounds for these. If you believe them, I saw two sources that said 20 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna torque them to 20 foot-pounds. Here we go. 100 foot-pounds on the front of this tractor. 100 foot-pounds for wheel torque. All right, it did go back together. It did go back together, so I put the rest of my bolts in. I just went on the top and the bottom. Didn't have to tighten hard, just tightened a little bit, and it sucked it right in. Seems to be good. A little noisy right now, but there's no oil in there. I guess I don't know if it's noisier or not than it was before. Shouldn't be. So yeah, I'll do that. Torque everything, torque my drain bolt, and add oil back into the axle. But you all can do that on your own. So I hope this helped, and we'll check you later.